It's okay. It's we're actually live.
We're live?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I'm ready. All
Hey
right,
man, I
man.
don't know why we're always choosing to look like douchebags on this live stream, but it is what it is. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Hey, man, when we're douchey, we're bullish. Have you seen what's been going on with the market?
I've been looking. Bitcoin literally is up. What do we have right now? Because the weekly candle just closed. We're at
Yeah,
35,736. What do you got to say about that, man?
dude, this is a big deal. Not only are we pumping like crazy as a percentage, but
Right,
we're above some major price reactive inflection points. The 55-week EMA, the 50-week EMA, the 50-day SMA.
right.
This is a big deal. Such a big deal, in fact, that as long as we continue to get daily candles fully closing above the 50 SMA, I'm going to be looking for entry opportunities in altcoins.
Hold up, hold
This
up.
is
What?
very bullish.
You're coming back into the market like that?
Potentially, I'm using the 50-day SMA, this white line, as the inflection point. It's okay if it can't see my chart right now, we'll delve into it. But basically, folks, the 50-day SMA, that's what I'm using as my inflection. We got daily candles closing above it, I'm in. Daily candles closing below it, I am out of the market. One, two, three daily candles below it, I'm out.
And maybe
Bye
just to
bye.
clarify, right, we go above it, come back to retest, solidify it as a new retest, and then, we can officially say that, hey, we're above those
There's
EMAs right now.
there's multiple scenarios that can play out, and we'll delve into it. But just to simplify things,
Right.
just for kind of the beginning intro here, that is more or less what I'm looking out for.
And there we go, man. So that's what it is, guys. Thank you for being in. We got a million
Are we
watchers
actually
right now.
live?
We're 100% live.
Oh, okay,
Why
okay.
wouldn't we be?
I don't know.
It's
Must have-
8:34. We're punctual human beings. We're punctual
right.
with the time. And yeah, we're going full fledged. So I don't know why I can't see any chats running unless no one cares.
Oh, the chat is disabled.
Is it? Hey
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Hey man, you
Yeah,
gotta.
see. All right, sorry, folks, for the chat being disabled for some
It's
reason.
all
Let me try
good.
and
It's all
fix it.
good. So yeah, man, things are
Um,
looking good right now. Bitcoin's up 1%. We had a good run on the daily chart. A good 5 days of just good, nice movement, organic upwards. But then again, the main question that we're all asking ourselves: Is it real, folks? Is this it? Is this actually the bottom? We've been asking this question for the past 3 months, and we've been looking for answers. And this is what we're gonna discuss in this live stream. We're gonna keep it nice and concise for you guys. Start off with Bitcoin charting, Ethereum charting, then some news marathon real quick, nothing crazy, just to give you an update on the market, what should look like for what it should look like for the next week, and a little bit of a Q&A in the end, man, right? So just gonna take whatever you guys, if I mean, Brendan disabled the chat, so I guess we're throwing that whole segment out of the window. But
yeah, I have. Sorry, guys, for the chat being disabled.
I think it's the
All of our
shades, man. I
settings.
can't see anything with the shades. It's probably just just clicked the wrong thing.
No, no, maybe, maybe you clicked the wrong thing because
Yeah,
I didn't change anything. Our settings are like they normally are. And I'm trying to change it back right now, but I don't see any prompt or any setting to turn it back on. I'm actually where you can set the live chat, and it's actually
right.
not even allowing me to flip it on. I'm sorry, guys. This is we definitely want the chat. I'm trying to sort this out. I do not know why it's
Here, let's see. I got it right here.
yeah, sorry, folks. Thank you for bearing with us. We want you guys to go through the message. We're hoping to do, give you guys a market update on Bitcoin, Ethereum, going into news, and give you guys a Q&A if you have any questions at the end. So forgive us for not having this sorted out. We're trying our best to figure this out right now. So if you guys want to give us a second here, we'll try our best to sort this out so you guys can
Yeah, because
comment.
you put restrictions on it.
I did? No,
Yeah, it's
bro, I
made
did.
for
Okay.
kids or something like that. This guy's
Did
out of
I?
his mind. Yeah.
Well, maybe. It must have been some.
Yeah.
Definitely some.
So you know what? In the
So
meantime, I'll just switch quickly to your chart here. You want to start off with Bitcoin while I solve this mess real quick?
that's a good idea. That's definitely a good idea.
Let's
So
do that.
folks, while Messin saves the day and figures out how to switch the settings so you guys can actually comment, allow me to give you guys a rundown on what's going on with Bitcoin. Folks, right now is it? Let me take these sunglasses off. So, guys, right now is a tremendously important time to be looking at Bitcoin because Bitcoin leads the market. By the way, can you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
Okay, perfect. So, folks, look, Bitcoin leads the market. If we want altcoins to be bullish again, we need Bitcoin to be bullish once again. So, folks, we're having plenty of different technical difficulties over here
Oh no, no, actually,
on.
it should be good to go right now.
Yeah, but my Streamlabs for some reason is super okay. Anyways, folks, powering through here. Bitcoin, we gotta understand what's going on with Bitcoin. Was this the bottom? Are we going back into a true bull market? Is this a bear trap? This is a very important time to be looking at Bitcoin because it's make it or break it territory. We're either going to go back into a bull market or this could be a bear trap. Folks, what do we got to look out for to understand the macro direction of Bitcoin? Are we going back into a bull market? Is this a bull trap? Are we going to go back down? Folks, to understand what could happen next, we got to understand what's happening right now. Bitcoin, even with this pumpage, is still in a macro bear trend. We've still put it in macro lower highs, lower lows, and we've lost major support levels like the 200 EMA, 200 SMA, and the 50 daily SMA until now. So for us to be back into a bull market, if we want altcoins to start flying again, then we need to do three things. We need to put in macro higher highs, higher lows, and flip major resistance into support. And we only just started to barely do one of those things without much confirmation, which is we're now flipping our first major layer of resistance into support, that being this white line, the 50 daily SMA. So, folks, if we get several more daily candles fully closing above this thing, I will feel more confident, start dollar cost average my way into the space and look for opportunities in altcoins and further move money into the space for long-term investing linked with the cycle as we get more layers of bullish confirmation. Because for us to avoid a bull trap, we need extra bullish confirmation, bullish trend reversal out the ass, is folks. We have already had a parabolic run up this year. So for us to believe that we could have a second parabolic run up this year, we need that extra bit of macro confirmation. Because the risk to reward ratio investing in this market is very skewed toward the risk side because we already had one parabolic run up. And so we've seen cycles like in 2013, 2014, where Bitcoin has a double top, two parabolic run ups, and we've seen a cycle like 2017 in which is one run up. And right now, we do not know for sure what scenario we're in. Since we've already had one parabolic run up, in my opinion, we're going to need to see that extra bit of confirmation to be confident that we can see a second run up. So, number one thing we got to look out for is continuation of daily candles fully closing above this white line. If Bitcoin has 2 or 3 daily candles closing below this white line, the 50 daily SMA, I am out of the market. I'm selling, bye. I'm not buying back in until we can fully maintain above this 50 daily SMA. But it's not this one moving average that we got to look out for. And just so you guys understand why I'm picking this moving average, I'm not just picking that off the hat. It was historically the bedrock of support throughout Bitcoin's parabolic run up, and therefore likely to be price reactive relevant moving forward, not just in this cycle. But if I can very quickly go back to 2017, it was also a highly reactive moving average that was acted as a bedrock of support for Bitcoin. And in both cases back in 2017 and this cycle, as soon as we broke below it, got daily candles closing below it, we've never put in new higher highs. So getting above this thing is critical, but not just this one. We've got to get above the 200 daily EMA, 200 daily SMA, but ultimately, I think one of the major final inflection points. And if we get above this thing, we can confidently buy back into this market with the belief that it's likelier than not that Bitcoin could continue to its all-time highs and a price discovery once again. The final boss, the final trend level resistance that we've got to look out for, I believe, is this red trend line from this all-time high to this next lower high. If we can break above this thing, come back down to retest, hold the desk support, then in that case, we can see a continuation of all-time high and the price discovery. To show you why this kind of trend line is extremely relevant, let's take a look at the 2019 false bull market, where after the bottom of the bear market, previous bear market, we came back up. We formed kind of a peak here, a lower high. So if we draw a trend line from kind of our peak to the next lower high and just extend that, we can see that price came back up to retest it, got rejected, and we saw bearish continuation. Same thing with the beginning of the 2017-2018 bear market. See, all-time high here, next lower high, extend that, price came back up to retest it, got rejected, continuation of the bear market. So folks, we can see how several times these kinds of trend lines are pretty important. So while we are seeing some bullish confirmation right now, there is a real danger that we could be in a bull trap. So for us to think that we aren't in a bull trap, and for us to think that we could have a second leg of the bull run, I do believe we got to see extra bullish confirmation of the ask. We got to break above this red trend line, come back down and retest it, hold a support. In that case, we could see bullish continuation. Guys, look, it's not all doom and gloom. There's some other major factors I'm looking out for. Look at this daily RSI. Folks, ever since January, we've been under this resistance trend line on the daily RSI, and we are now seeing bullish divergence above it. This is a big deal. The RSI has been in a downtrend for months since January, and we're now reversing this. So if we see continuation of this uptrend in the RSI, higher highs, higher lows in the RSI, while at the same time we were seeing lower lows and lower highs price, that's bullish divergence. So if we see the RSI continue to uptrend in this manner, then we could probably see further bullish continuation. Not to mention, I think like you mentioned earlier, we had a weekly candle close above the 50-week EMA and 55-week EMA. That's a very good sign. If we get weekly candles closing below this, very bad news bears. Weekly MACD starting move up. Look at how the momentum is shifting. This is a very big deal, folks. Stochastic RSI all the way on the oversold region, having a bullish crossover, starting to curve up, folks. The stochastic RSI is great for one thing, for calling changes in momentum, shifts in market direction, reversal points. We're extremely oversold, seeing multiple high time frame indicators switch from bearish to bullish, or at least the momentum is starting to shift from the bearish to bullish direction. So we see the signs there. We see the signs there, folks. At this point, I am worried about a bull trap. I'm worried about us getting our hopes up too early. So because we already had one parabolic run up, just to kind of start summarizing it here, I do believe that for us to be confident in a second parabolic run up where we reach all-time highs and our price discovery once again, we're going to want to see more bullish confirmation than we ever have before to avoid the pitfalls of a bull trap, because there's still several major layers of resistance above us that we could get above and then come right back down. We got to get above the 200 daily PMA, 200 daily estimate, this red trend line. And once we have daily candles fully closing above all those major resistance levels I just mentioned, in that case, we could start to make the argument that Bitcoin is heading to new all-time highs. But until then, there's always the risk that there could be a bull trap. Ultimately, I am starting to slowly dollar cost average my way into the space. In every major resistance level we flip, I'll dollar cost average my way more. And yes, I'm not getting the perfect entry. I'm not buying the bottom. But what I'm getting with buying at a higher price is I'm buying with the confidence that the trend could continue. Because until we actually see evidence that the bull trend can continue, we should expect things to continue to trend downwards, because we've had nothing but months of bearish confirmation, and we're likely to continue to see continued bearish downtrending until we see the signs of reversal. Folks, we got to do three things: higher highs, higher lows, and flipping major resistance in the sport. We've only just barely started to flip major resistance in the sport. We need to see continuation. And just also finish off on Bitcoin here. One last thing here. We're seeing the net entities with a base of Bitcoin wallets we created start to increase. Receiving addresses are starting to increase, and sending addresses are decreasing. So people are accumulating and not sending. Bullish to see. Very bullish to see. So I'll bring it over to you, man. You got any thoughts?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the biggest thing we gotta be very mindful of, in my opinion, right now, specifically that weekly chart is painting a really nice picture. We're at a level of support. We're at a level of support, very well, established so far. We've been there for a couple of months right now. And if you just, in summary, I guess, I fully agree with you. If we're looking at the MACD, if we're looking at the fact that there's a breakout on the RSI on a daily, and if that small uptrend continues to go up, the RSI movement is going to start to cascade into that weekly chart. So it's going to add more and more bullish signs, I guess, to whatever, whatever the thesis is, if this is actually uptrending or no. But the fact that the RSI is on the bottom, the MACD is on the bottom, starting to tick back up, we're at a good support level where and we saw a lot of redistribution of assets from, all-time holders, from people being sold those bitcoins from people that just got into the market back in January, February, and bought as Bitcoin was moving upwards. We're seeing that redistribution happen. We're seeing those institutions jump in and accumulate more at this level. Indicators are looking good, in my opinion. We want to see if the market will actually take that as a sign, as a further sign of bullishness. And again, we are in that EMA ribbon at a good support on the weekly chart. We still haven't really hit that 100 EMA on the weekly chart, but overall, on a very macro scale, we've been downtrending heavy. How long is that selling momentum going to be there, and how much is left out of it? That's something that only time could tell. But nonetheless, again, we've seen a lot of accumulation at this point. Very good support level. RSI didn't fully hit the oversold region, but we are in an area where we typically, even from here before, you'll see that when the MACD actually peaked to the bottom and the RSI was at the same level we're at right now, somewhere, closer to the 40, it was still a combination or a recipe for a continued uptrend. So that's the main thing, man. We want to see, is this the bottom? Everyone's asking the same question. We need to wait and see. We've been patient for the past couple of months, in my opinion. The next couple of weeks will really paint what Bitcoin is about to do. But nonetheless, this week's performance, we just had a close on the weekly candle. And yeah, again, we want to see how that plays out. So it's, I fully agree, man.
Yeah, I think in summary, we just need to see follow. We
Definitely.
had one parabolic run up. If we want to believe in a second parabolic run up, the risk to reward ratio at this point, we need extra confirmation. We got to see that follow through. We have the setup to see continuation, but we got to see that continuation. If we see a few more layers of bullish, trend reversal, flipping major resistance support, we get a higher high above 42K, we're above the 200 daily EMA, maybe SMA. At that point, we could have a conversation of, okay, yeah, Bitcoin's going back to all-time highs during price discovery, but we got to see that follow through. Got to see it.
100%.
So that's it for me.
100%, man. So looking now at Ethereum, I guess Ethereum is doing the same thing. We had the same. If you look at Bitcoin's price action, I got the same thing here. Just let me share my screen properly. Right here, if we're looking at Bitcoin's last week price action, very nice, just a small wick to the downside, but the closing of that price action was very, there's almost no resistance from the sellers, and we're seeing the same thing with Ethereum. If I actually zoom in right here, you'll see how, very nice performance. Sellers tried to push us all the way back down to the 1,700, didn't really work. Buyers came back in, start to accumulate more, and that's what I like to see. I don't really like to see too many wicks on the upside, especially when I'm anticipating some sort of a reversal. I want to see that the bulls, that the buyers actually dominated the market. And this is a candle that we haven't really seen that much recently in the market. We're inside that EMA ribbon, which overall, if we zoom back to before, you'll see how every time we push back above it, we try to come close to it for a bit. This is no weekly chart. You can see how we actually spend a couple months in there before we see some actual true uptrend. So right now, looking again at Ethereum, we're at a good support level. We're going exactly where we just dropped all the way down to the $2,000 region. We're in an EMA ribbon where we do expect some sort of support, and the MACD starting to tick back up. Not as much as Bitcoin. You saw Bitcoin, the MACD has been really ticking back up, but with Ethereum, where the past couple of weeks we had some uptick on the MACD, and again, in my opinion, if we're taking this on a very macro scale, since ever 2019, looks like we're at a level where that RSI could actually find that support. In my opinion, if the RSI is actually above, if we're all the way up here above the 70 region for the RSI, we're in an oversold, overbought region. But again, somewhere between the 50 and the 70, if the RSI is actually staying there, that to me is actually that we're still in an uptrend. We still haven't really seen Ethereum actually even break below that 50 level on the weekly chart, not yet. And if we actually connect those, just a simple trend line connecting the RSI lows ever since 2019, I think this is actually finding some sort of support at it. So we need to see the next couple of weeks, how are they going to look like. But nonetheless, RSI is still above that 50 region where it did actually try to find that support at it. So to me, Ethereum is still in an uptrend at least until that 50 RSI level actually breaks. The RSI starts to break below that 50 level. Right now, still in an uptrend. I see that the MACD is starting to take back up. I want to give it a couple more weeks to actually see how that plays out. I am in the middle of the what's it called, the EMA ribbon, which I'm seeing that the bulls are actually reacting to it. The only thing, guys, that we need to keep in mind, the last point of confirmation, at least for me, is that volume. I need to see volume within this whole thing, because we can have the whole market actually see all these good bullish signs, but if the volume doesn't follow through, it's just telling you that the market is not ready for that reversal yet. So if you're looking at the volume here, you'll see how this blue line is the average, the moving average for the volume. And right now, for the past, ever since mid-May, we've been below. So nothing crazy, but I want to see a nice green bar on the volume above the average, showing me that the whole market is actually looking at the same thing I'm looking at, and that the whole market agrees that it is actually time for a reversal. So we exercise that patience for the past 2.5 months, 3 months. We need to just to give it a bit more. In my opinion, man, I think we're at a turning point. I think that at the moment, overall, we were at the end of that race, right? We've been speculating. We've been trying to see what's going to happen. We see a bit of bullish signs. We see that those big institutions have been accumulating, and overall technicals are starting to look a bit good on a macro scale. So we need to see if the market is ready for that pump. And in my opinion, for this week, we need to wait and see how the volume will develop. And we want to see, at least, guys, if you're on TradingView and you have your charts, you just go to your volume and add in terms of you go to style and you add your moving volume, your volume MA, so your volume moving average, and that's what we need to see. I want to see that volume actually peak up above it, and I want to see that nice let's see here, my camera actually died off. Boom, there
Did
we
it
go.
die?
It actually just went on standby. But then again, last thing, looks bullish. We're all bullish, obviously, long term, but short term, we want to see that volume. We want to see if the market is ready, and that's what Ethereum is currently, in the mix. But we're pushing, man. Things are looking nice.
Yeah, guys, look, at this point, the further we get into the cycle, the more time goes on, the greater the risk is being in this market. Because at some point, the bull market will end. At some point, we will go into a true bear market. So if we are to believe in a second leg of this bull run, we have got to see extra confirmation more than usual. Because the further we get into the cycle, the further we get into the year, the greater the risk and the likelier that eventually the bull run will end. So we see the setup for the bull run to come back, but we gotta see follow through. We gotta see a couple more layers. We gotta see higher highs, higher lows, flipping major resistance and support. At that point, we can start to be more hopeful. At this point, guys, we're just barely starting to flip resistance and support. We're barely just doing one of the three things we need to see to be confident that the bull runs back. So, guys, cautiously optimistic. For me, for Ethereum specifically, I don't know if you've done my chart, man, but by the way, are you done with your spiel there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, perfect. So I believe I've identified one supercritical area for Ethereum that if we can get above, we could probably see a bit more continuation at the very least in the short term. Guys, 2230 is critical in my opinion, because we have a cluster of moving averages and bid levels and volume all at the same area, indicating that this is likely to be reactive and significant. Folks, we have the 100 daily EMA, this blue line, the 200 AMA on the 10-hour, this white line, which has historically been price reactive. We have volume and a macro Fibonacci retracement level, all converging on the exact same place, the zone at around $2,230, $40. It's a bit of a zone, but point being here, I think if Ethereum spends 1 or 2 days to get daily candles fully closing above 2,230, this zone based on Fibonacci level, volume, and 2 price reactive high time frame moving averages, that is likely to be extremely significant. So, we get daily candles fully closing above this thing, then Ethereum could see bullish continuation. And if ETH starts to see bullish continuation, folks, the small altcoins are likely to have recoveries as well. So make sure you stay tuned, like and subscribe, because as this market develops further into either bullish confirmation or a bull trap, we'll definitely be letting you guys know. Super, super interesting times, man. But yeah, no, it's pretty much it for me, folks. Watch out for this level specifically for Ethereum.
100%. So let's start with the news, man. That's it for Bitcoin and Ethereum, I guess. What do we have here? I know you got a couple news stories. I got a couple news stories. This is the news story marathon for you guys. Something to watch out for this week and the
Yes,
upcoming
yes.
weeks. So I know you a couple of days ago you actually talked about Amazon having some job listings, for
Ooh,
cryptocurrency. But there's a bit of a
huge
follow
news.
up. It doesn't stop there.
100%. Guys, this is absolutely massive news. So we broke you guys a new story before Coin Daily, by the way, a whole day before. I don't know about whole
Yeah,
day,
they're
but
stealing.
beforehand,
They're stealing our content,
they're
man. I don't
stealing
like
our
this.
content, folks. You gotta like and subscribe. They're coming after us. They see the great content we're putting out and stealing it. So we let you guys know that Amazon is putting out a job listing to hire a cryptocurrency expert to help draft their crypto product strategy roadmap moving forward. This is huge, folks. Imagine if Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano were to be accepted as payments on Amazon, the largest online marketplace in the world. This is the game changer of game changers. This is worth 10 Elon Musk's buying and then flooding Bitcoin. Folks, our dreams may be coming true because, like Messon said, we got an update on the story just a few hours ago. This news came out that an anonymous source within Amazon reported to the London business newspaper, City AM, that they will be accepting Bitcoin payments by the end of 2021. This is huge, folks. This is rumors at this point. This is an anonymous person reporting at this point. But if we were to see follow through on this, let's say next quarter, 3 months from now, Amazon announces we're accepting Bitcoin payments. This is the kind of catalyst that could bring us back to a bull market. This is absolutely huge. And another article actually further expanding this, saying that they could also include not just Bitcoin, but Ethereum and Cardano as well. Folks, this is the game changer of game changers. If the largest online marketplace in the world starts to incorporate Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, we're back in the bull market, in my opinion, folks. I mean, guys, this is not smoke and mirrors. We're seeing this. We're seeing this. Seeing the signs. We got to see follow through. Are you guys noticing a theme? That the signs are there. The recipe is there for us to go back into a bull market, but we got to be wary of a bull trap. Got to see follow through both on the fundamental side, the on-chain metric side, and on the charts. Got to see follow through. But yeah, man, no, this is a big story. You got anything to add?
No, we see a lot, man. We also see on the other hand, it's not just Amazon. We put out a video a couple of days ago talking about a bunch of, Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, talking about integrating all of that into their
You put it out. Take credit, man.
it's a team, man. It's a team. That's what it is. It's a team. But we got here also Reddit as well, deploying layer 2 solution aimed at scaling Ethereum based community points. And I think not a lot of people are actually paying attention to that with Amazon, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, all adding that and utilizing cryptocurrency and the cryptocurrency use case overall on their systems. And overall, no matter what, this is what's actually gonna, whether we like it or not, these big tech giants are actually gonna jump into that space and continue to push it forward, regardless of what's happening with the current pricing overall, with whatever's happening on the charts, the customer base on Facebook Marketplace, on Amazon, and all that doesn't really care about what's happening with Bitcoin. Amazon does, Facebook does, and they are deploying that on the low, and not a lot of news are out there about it. But anyways, Reddit deploying layer 2 solution aimed at scaling Ethereum based community points. Overall, if you guys don't know how Reddit works, you put out a post. If people like it, they can tip you, they can give you rewards, and overall you can accumulate those rewards and actually cash it out at one point. And that's what we're seeing. Users on the social media platform and community points by posting certain content to earn rewards. And this is whatever they're talking about, certain subreddits, but you'll notice transaction happen much faster. And once you've created a vault, you won't have to keep claiming moons or whatever the thing they call it every month. They'll just show up in your vault like magic. So they're also thinking about adding that wallet. But overall, community points or reward points on Reddit, where people actually, if they like your content, they will put that and they will give you that reward, and you can actually cash it out or have it on a wallet that's actually tied to the Ethereum blockchain, man. So good things to see, and this is all happening low, but you guys need to pay attention to it. And yeah, again, we did share that a couple of days ago, but you really have to pay attention to this, and you really need to keep up with it, and that's why you got to subscribe and like this whole live stream.
You gotta like and subscribe and hit that bell icon on the new post. Guys, look, as we see these major changes happen, both in the news, if news comes out in terms of timeline of Amazon, Reddit, all this stuff, we'll let you guys know. The Bitcoin, Ethereum start to, oh my God, yo, we're
Holy
pumping hard.
we
Holy
are.
shit.
Ethereum is
39,000?
20. Yeah. This thing is pushing heavy right now.
Whoa.
This thing is pushing it. You're seeing it live and direct, people.
Whoa.
You're seeing this
Yo,
live and
we're
direct.
moving hundreds of dollars in a matter of seconds.
Yeah. This
Seconds.
is. I'm
Thousands of
scared. I'm
dollars.
kind of scared. It's over leveraged traders as usual.
Oh, man.
You know, they're obviously gonna get annihilated if that's
Yo,
actually the case. But we're
some
pushing, man.
news just came out. We just pumped thousands of dollars in the course of minutes.
Short squeezing, bunch of stuff is going on, but
Yeah,
damn,
this is
this is
definitely a
actually
short
happening.
squeeze.
Yep.
Woo, that's
There we
massive.
go. And guys, Bitcoin is actually. Whoa! Look at
Oh
Bitcoin.
my God.
Look at
39. Yeah.
My goodness.
8% pump in the course of 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 8% pump.
Holy.
That's crazy.
Holy. Bitcoin's at 38,000.
That's huge.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
This is critical, man. We're testing the 200 daily EMA. This is huge. Can we go back to last screen for a second, man?
Yes.
Folks, this is massive. Look at every single relief rally with Bitcoin since the crash. Where did it get rejected off of? The 200 daily EMA. Look, first major sell-off, recovery rally, rejected off the 200 daily EMA. Sell-off, recovery rally, rejected off the 200 daily EMA. We are now testing it again. This is huge. Will we flip the 200 daily EMA, or will we find rejection off it again? Guys, if we can, within the next 22, 23 hours, stay above 38,300, that's a good sign. If we can flip the 200 daily EMA from resistance support, super good sign, folks. That's crazy.
So what else you got there, man? What kind of news you got?
Look, man, this is pretty much it. This is crazy, dude. This kind of pumpage in such a short amount of time, you rarely see this thing. I wonder if some news came out or there's a bunch of shorts being liquidated.
This is definitely something with the over leverage, like people 100% is whoever was betting on some sort of squeeze. I see a lot of traders, I guess, on YouTube right now. They're live and they're looking for a long. After a couple of days ago, they were actually shorting the hell out of the market. So flippity flop, I guess, positions. And yeah, man, over leveraged traders again. So hopefully this is more organic. We want to see it.
I don't think this is
organic.
organic.
These guys, I don't think it is, to be honest. But just so we don't get our hopes up that much. But then again,
this could be
keep in mind, keep in mind that this could easily be over leveraged people that are just jumped on the market, and at one point this whole thing is gonna get sold off. But I don't want to be a bear, man. So we want to see how that plays out. But guys, if you have any questions for us, let us know. I see John Ali saying this is a bull trap. He will drop to the 4 figures. Hopefully not. Johnny's saying, look at the hourly Bitcoin chart pumping hard. Yes, it is. And Paul Fresh is saying, bull run lives. And yes, sir, you're fresh as hell. So yeah, man, this is pretty crazy what's happening right now, man. This is the times we live in. This is crypto. Welcome to crypto. If this is your first time, then this is your first time on the job, first day on the job. This is how crazy this whole market is, man.
Man, you got to be super wary of quick pumps like this, man. It just reeks of manipulation. This kind of quick pump like this, as you don't see this unless there's a sudden spike in liquidations, which may very well be the case. A bunch of people just got liquidated over some piece of news. It's gonna be interesting to see if someone got liquidated or not. But yeah, folks, look, this is pretty much the end of what we had to present here. So if you guys got any questions, now's the time to ask. Maybe wrap it up a bit once we kind of summarize and get everything on off our chest.
The end is built into the beginning. Bulls is back, baby. I guess, look, man, we can just take this opium and just run with it. So Bitcoin is flipping right now, guys. You're seeing live stream, and this is what's happening so far. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Can you look for hot USDT? Should have FOMO'd in last week. Don't. That's always a bad thing to do. But yeah, man. I guess that's pretty much it for me as well. I don't know if you got something else to see. We got a 69 people watching so far. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Bitcoin's pumping. The whole world is pumping, and the bull run lives on.
Yeah, guys, look, if you like us, want to support us, want more access to ourselves, become a VIP Discord member. You get access to the Patreon link in the description below. Because, guys, as things continue to play out, I'm going to be sharing with our VIP Discord members my approach to the market moving forward as things change. We always let our members know what we're up to in terms of long-term investing. So definitely become a member if you guys want to know what we're up to and how we're approaching this market. Ultimately, folks, because we already had a parabolic run up this year, it's possible that we could have a second leg up, but the risk to reward starts to lean heavily into the risk side the more time goes on and the further we get into the cycle. So for us to not fall into a bull trap, we need to see several layers of bullish confirmation. We can't get too hopeful, too quick just yet. This could end up being a bull trap. We're right up against resistance. That's what we made. Look, man, I don't know if you're on my chart, but that's exactly what every single recovery rally got rejected off of. It's where we're finding a rejection off of right now. So if we get a daily candle close below this thing, we could come right back down, folks. So look, if we come back down, it's not the end of the world. If we come back down, put in a higher low, retest the 50 daily SMA and hold that support, and the second time we come up, we can test the bullish. So guys, just please be cautious. At this point, I think it makes a lot of sense to wait, even if you have to buy in at a higher price after bullish confirmation. You would do so with the confidence that the market can continue. So let's not jump to conclusions and see how things play out. But super interesting time. Super interesting time.
100%. I see someone here saying, so is this a relief rally? What's the short-term target? 40? It just hit 40 as we speak. So again, in my opinion, at this level right now, no one should be trading. No one should be, looking at whatever. Should I jump in now or no? You need to wait for a very clear trend upwards. You need to wait until we're actually above all the EMAs, above the 50 SMA, and we come back down to retest it. If Bitcoin is actually going to go back in an uptrend, best believe that we're going to go above those EMAs and come back down to retest it. And that's when the actual run up will actually continue, right? So that's what we need. We need confirmation. We need to continue to move upwards. And in my opinion, right now, there's a lot of leverage traders. A bunch of people are getting liquidated probably soon. And this could easily be another short squeeze where a bunch of people were actually looking for some sort of short, whatever, 5 billion, 6 billion, 7 billion. And right now, Bitcoin continued to move up and they had to close their positions. And if you close your position, you'll have to buy back into the market. That's how you close your short, your short position. You got to buy back into the market, and this could easily be another short squeeze. So keep that in mind.
I know what happened. We had a short squeeze. Look at this, man. Shorts have been dying. Well, actually, I don't know because the shorts have been dying since the last couple of days. But yeah, I know shorts are very much decreasing.
Yeah, but I think that's only on Bitfinex though. That chart. So bybit is all the YouTubers are actually shilling their own stuff. But I see also what do we have here? Is that some type of fake manipulation? Is this a fake bump? Could be, or could be the beginning of another push upwards, guys. But be patient. Don't ever jump onto a green candle like this. Wait for confirmation. Wait for this to come back down to retest. And that's when you'll know for a fact that we actually found support. Other than that, stay the hell, away out of this whole thing.
Yeah. You either wait for the higher low or you wait for the breakout and the bullish retest. Never buy resistance. Folks, we're up against resistance. Never buy resistance. Buy support. Either support when we come back down and make a higher low, or support when we break out and they come back and retest bullishly. Buy support, not resistance. This is resistance, folks.
100%.
Highly manipulated. This could be a bull trap. Ultimately, just to really summarize on my end, folks, we're in a macro bear trend. We put it in macro lower highs and lower lows. For us to come back into a bull market, we need to do three things. So you guys know, not based off anyone's emotions or intuitions or reading the tea leaves. No, based off facts and price action evidence. We've got to do three things to be back to a bull market: higher highs, higher lows, flipping major resistance to the support. Bitcoin has only just started to do one of those things, and just barely, which is flipping major resistance to the support. We've got to get a higher high, got to get above 14K. Maybe we get rejected and put in a higher low. That's a good sign. And we got to flip these major layers of resistance and support, 200 daily EMA, 200 daily SMA, this red trend line based off the all-time high of the next lower high. Once we do all those three things, then we can be confident that a bull run might come. Until then, we're in real danger of a bull trap. So please, folks, like and subscribe. This is tumultuous times, volatile times. As things change on the go, we'll let you guys know. We're going to live stream Sundays and videos on a weekly basis. That's pretty much it for me.
Honestly, guys, I'll just summarize it with this whole thing. If you're not drinking water, if you're not eating your fruits, if you're not eating your veggies, this bull trend is going to be all down soon. Make sure you stay hydrated. I heard it's actually the biggest, risk to reward factor, man. If you're not drinking water and you're trading, forget about it. That's a whole different. Who drinks water from a cup like that? You drink.
Classy people.
Bro, you're something
I know you wouldn't understand.
else, man. You're something else.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it's time to put our shades back on, man, to be honest with you. That's how we end the live stream. There's the whole douchebagginess coming back into play. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. We got 100 people here. Make sure you like the live stream if you actually like what we just discussed. And next, we're going to have more. This is going to be more of a program, right? We're going to let you know exactly what we're going to talk about over the week. Take this news, leave this week well informed. Monday starts, another day, another challenge, another dollar to be made, and you'll know exactly what you need to look out for this whole week. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, like the live stream, and thank you all for watching.
Folks, like and subscribe. You gotta stay tuned. At a time like this, when we update you guys as soon as critical news events and price events come out. So stay tuned. If you guys want more access to ourselves, what we're up to, become my VIP. Just remember to get access to our Patreon link that is down below. I'm going to be updating our Patreon numbers as to what I'm doing moving forward, dollar cost averaging, what projects we're getting into. So if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, it's just an option if you want to support us. Link for everything is down in the description. Ultimately, you guys are the best. Thank you all so much. And until next time, take care.
Thank you guys for watching. Just one more thing, man, before we actually someone just said Messin sounds like he's been drinking water.
I've been telling you to drink water.
Yeah, regardless of all the rumors that are being spread by people very close in my circle, very aware of my lifestyle, and yes, I do drink a lot of water. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. You guys are the best. Don't trade this market so far. Not right now. Be safe. Be smart.
Don't buy resistance.
But if you want to FOMO in, check out our bybit link. Thank you very much. Have a great day.